Hi y'all, Tracey, Trials of a Long-Haired Girl here. Sandy over at Life with Sandy has asked us to get together and give you our summer healthy weight loss tips. I will leave the links for everybody below who is participating in this collaboration. Thank you, Sandy, for allowing me the opportunity to join in. I know I have been struggling a lot. I've been having some stomach issues and there's been some things going on. I apologize for my sound right now because I've got some congestion and some allergy stuff going on. My five tips, one of which you may kind of think goes together. My 5 healthy tips for summer weight loss, or healthy weight loss tips. The big thing is to start small. Don't set yourself a goal if you don't work out ever, that you're going to work out for 30 minutes a day for 30 days or for the entire month, because sometimes life happens. Sometimes things get in the way. Maybe you can do, rather than 30 minutes, maybe you can start with 5. Because 5 minutes, as Leslie Sansone says, is better than no minutes. But seriously, start small. And some days, even when you don't feel like it, if you start small, if you say, I'm going to do this walk, or I'm going to do this exercise, or I'm going to do this whatever for 5 minutes. If I don't feel like continuing after that, okay, I won't continue. I can stop after 5 minutes. Most of the time when I've done that, I haven't stopped after 5 minutes. But start small. And sometimes even the starting small, I'm gonna kind of segue in. Meal plan. You don't have to meal plan for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 7 days out of the week. This was something that y'all, maybe I'm just slow. I don't know. Could be. I legitimately, when I heard this said in my Weight Watcher meeting years ago, mind blown. Seriously. Why this never occurred to me before, I have no idea. Husband and wife had hit Lifetime. I do not remember how much weight they had lost, but I recall it being quite a bit. She said, start meal planning for dinner. Pick 5 meals. 5 meals. Not, don't worry about picking a particular day. And for those of y'all that have watched my Meal Planning Monday, especially in the beginning, or followed my blog, I put a disclaimer on there every time that said, my meal plan is subject to change without notice. Because just because I said we're going to have, we're going to have steak, for instance, on Monday. What happened if the steak wasn't thawed? Were we just not going to eat? Were we going to have takeout just because the steaks weren't thawed, or was I going to come up with another option? So basically, kind of what I did after she was talking to me about it is I picked 5 meals. random meals that I've done in the past, throwing out, for instance. Pork chops, macaroni and cheese, and black-eyed peas. Probably my favorite meal of all time. So that one night. One night we would do fish tacos. One night, for instance, we would do quesadillas or tomato soup and grilled cheese or something like that. But I would plan for these meals, whatever they were. And her statement to me about making sure that you have your ingredients on hand for this. Whatever meals it is that you're preparing, you make sure that you have your whatever ingredients, seasonings, spices. If it requires something special, for instance, like the Mississippi pot roast, or I've done the Mississippi chicken. Those things I can still work in my plan, but typically when I have Mississippi chicken, I put Mississippi chicken with mashed potatoes. It's the thing I do. I know this. So when I have the Mississippi chicken, I don't want to have no potatoes because that's a problem. So make a meal plan. Don't have to designate your days. Whatever you feel like, that's what you fix for that day. For you, for your family, whatever. This was for my family when she first said this to me, you know, and I would ask my family's opinion, I still do. Is there anything you would like to have? So I allow them to have some input in that case. But when I was making the meal plan, I also planned to try to eat the season. Whatever was in season during that time of year. I'm not going to plan a, you know, strawberries and shortcake and, you know, whatever if strawberries are not in season. Yeah, I could use frozen strawberries, but that's not what I wanted to do at that point. So, and I don't know about y'all, when I am cold, I don't necessarily want to eat cold food. It's facts, y'all. I'm being real. So for me, it's easier for me to eat a salad in the summer. In the winter and the fall, when things start to cool down, it's easier for me to eat a vegetable soup. So I kind of changed the way that I put things together so that I can get my fruits and vegetables in, but I'm eating for the season. So whatever is available, like your summer fruits, your strawberries, your blueberries, blackberries, etc. I don't want to buy those for myself, for my family. I don't want to buy those because they don't taste as good to me. And if it doesn't taste as good to me, I'm not going to want to eat it. So meal plan, eat for the season, start small. Couple other things, and one of these really kind of falls in line with the meal prepping part. I was watching a YouTuber. Her name is Nikki, but I can't remember her channel name. But I was watching her, and she often does bowls. So you may know who she is. You may have followed her as well. She and her husband have lost quite a bit of weight. But in watching her, again, mind blown, she said she prepares rice and chicken and turkey burgers, and she does like a vegetable medley with bell pepper and onion, and like sometimes she'll throw squash in there and things like that. That helps her when she gets ready to put her bowl together. She already has her rice cooked. All she has to do is warm it up. She already has her protein or a protein cooked. All she has to do is warm it up. You know, she has stuff prepared so she's not trying to do everything at once, because sometimes you get so hungry when it's time to eat that you don't want to wait to cook something. But if you have something warmed up, it's going to make it easier for you. So prepare things that you can use as ingredients for something. Which leads me to kind of the other thing. A friend of mine turned me on to the Cross Legacy. She is, you may have seen her on your social media platforms, she is the strawberries in a jar lady. She has a book about how to wash and prepare your fruits and vegetables to make them last longer. And in this day and age where, you know, grocery prices are just going way up, she has what she calls a salad box. So she washes her lettuce, she washes her cucumbers, tomatoes, bell pepper, anything that she might want to put in her salad, and her mushrooms, things like that. She will get them all washed, she will prepare them, she will put them in a jar, and she puts the jars in a box. So all she has to do when she is ready to make her salad, she pulls out the box and she starts putting in whatever it is that she wants to put in her salad. It makes it very easy and convenient, which for me is a huge win. I've done it a couple different times, and I'm telling you, for me, it took more time to chop my salad than it actually did to make my salad. So those kind of things, setting yourself up in those ways, and I know those kind of all kind of come together, but again, with the start small, that doesn't just have to relate to exercise. It can also relate to your weight loss efforts. A woman at a meeting years ago, again, said her goal for the week was to put batteries in her scale. Like to change the batteries in her scale. That was it. Then the next week she said she was going to leave it out on the counter, because if she left it out on the counter, she was more likely to use it. But she only planned to use it one time. That was her goal, one time. And she wound up using it the majority of the week for several different meals. Starting small doesn't have to be a bad thing. It doesn't have to be, oh, you're doing so little, how is that going to help? You're building things on top of it. These are just building blocks. If you do 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the afternoon, or 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at lunch, and 5 minutes at your dinner time, or after you have dinner, that's 15 minutes of exercise. Are you going to get 15 minutes of exercise if you don't move? Sometimes it's about what you can fit in when you can fit it in. And sometimes that's smaller time frames. Sometimes it's, I can walk 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there, or sometimes I can fit in 15 minutes and, hey, look, that makes 30 minutes that I've had for the day. Just food for thought. Those are my 5 tips, and I probably threw in a little more than I needed to. But anyway, start small, prep portions, ingredients that you can make a meal out of. The salad box, having your produce already washed and ready to go. Plan your meals and eat for the season. Those are my 5 tips. Again, thank you very much, Sandy, for including me in this collaboration. I appreciate it, and I will have the links of everybody listed down below who has agreed to participate. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. Be blessed, y'all.